Hey guys, happy Tuesday. I hope you're having an awesome day. Courtney here with Renewal Logistics. I am planning to tell you a little bit about what makes our company special in the 3PL market space compared to other 3PLs, just simply because I don't think I've done one of these videos for you guys before to kind of introduce our company. So first of all, our company is called Renewal Logistics, and Brian and I, my husband and I, actually own the company, and we've been around for about 18 years now, and we specialize in 3PL services that are a little different than just the regular fulfillment, pick and pack operation type services that most 3PLs do. We actually are the only 3PL that is in the marketplace that does value-added services at scale. And so what that means is any type of a project that has to be completed for product before it can actually be shipped out to a wholesaler or shipped out for e-com to B2C customers or shipped out to Amazon for FBA prep. Any type of projects that will happen that are outside of the core fulfillment and distribution operations, those are the types of projects that we do, and we do them at, again, a very large scale. So just to give you a list of what some of those services actually, what type of projects these services actually fall under, value-added services includes kitting, FBA prep, wholesale prep, managing chargeback reduction programs for brands, subscription box assembly, end cap display assembly, cleaning or remediation services. Sometimes you may have garments that come over and they have a funny smell from, the trip. Maybe they were around diesel. They had a diesel smell from being on the slow boat coming over from the factory. And when they get here, they need a little freshening up. Or maybe they were packaged incorrectly. Those are the types of things that we would help with from a cleaning and remediation standpoint. And then the last thing, of course, is returns. And so, a good example of how valuable having a 3PL that can do value-added services at scale would be for you as a brand. We recently had a client who had items that were submitted to FBA, and they had a promo insert inside. And the promo insert was non-compliant with the FBA policies. So Amazon required them to pull all of their product and have those promo inserts removed. Well, all of the product that was being stored at a 4PL, so there was a warehouse where all the goods were being stored. There was another warehouse on top of that was managing this other warehouse for this client. And the client was talking to the 4PL. They could never get the 4PL to get down to the 3PL to actually be able to pull all of that product, remove those promo inserts from the inside of the items, and then repackage them so that they could go back to Amazon again. And so what the client ended up having to do is they ended up having to do a full return. That return actually came to their office. They had to rent a temporary space, and then they had their own people have to go in and open up every single cardboard box, pull out the promo insert, reclose it, put it back on a pallet, shrink wrap the pallets, and send it back in. So it was a huge hassle for that brand. And in that particular case, we're talking about 10,000 different units. Again, our company is the only one that can really do those projects at scale that I'm aware of, and I've been in rooms with hundreds of 3PLs, and we were the only one there. We were the unicorn in the room that handled value-added services at scale. And so as an example, we can handle, in any given day, we may have 100,000 FBA prep units that are going through our facility. We manage the wholesale programs for some of the very largest brands in the U.S., and so any given day we may have 50 or 75,000 units for these brands, and they may be going to 40 or 50 different wholesale accounts. So they may be going to 40 or 50 different retailers. And product arrives in the U.S. in two ways. It either arrives so that it's prepped to go to a retail store, or it arrives so that it's prepped for universal packaging, which means it's in a poly bag. And each customer is then going to want to have something a little different. Like Urban Outfitters likes their polybag sticker in the middle of the polybag rather than in the bottom left corner. Some companies like it more in the bottom right corner. That's just an example. And so, we actually will manage those programs for companies and We also will help them. A lot of times that's where working with wholesale accounts, you're going to end up dealing with a lot of chargebacks. And we are able to help companies implement programs through our handling and processing of their units to bring those chargebacks down. That's a very big deal. I saw a recent chargeback that was $800 for one case that had a case label that had a wrinkle in it. So, chargebacks can become very expensive very fast, and they build on each other. So, if they do a 2% audit and they find that there were a lot of issues, then they're going to all of a sudden go to a 5% audit. And if they find more issues, they're going to go to a 10% audit. So the process builds on itself over time. So you really have to be very proactive to be able to manage that. And so those are some of the things that we do a really good job at. So I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit about some of the things that we do. I'm going to do a couple more videos that are that kind of highlight some of the things that make our company special. Hopefully you'll tune in for those as well. If you like this one, please comment and like below and subscribe. We'd love to have you as a regular viewer. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.